Hello, my name is Carla Lee, and I'm going to show you how to French braid today. This is something that I always struggled with. I was never able to find a braid that I could really do without getting confused on what piece of hair went in what hand and all of those things. And whenever my daughters got a little older and their hair got longer, they wanted me to braid their hair. And so I had to go in search of a good braid that I could do without having all that confusion. And so I thought that I would share that with you. This is a really versatile hairstyle. One thing that we use it for is my daughter is in cross country, and so she braids her hair before a meet so that her hair won't get in her face because her hair is really long. And so we do it for that, and you can also do it if you need to have pictures made. It's really a good hairstyle for that. Also, you can braid your hair, well, really for pretty much anything. It's really a versatile hairstyle that can go for pretty much any occasion. So I thought that I would share that. And it's doesn't take a lot to do it. One thing that you're going to need is a hairband. You got to have a way to tie it all together at the end so that the braid doesn't come apart. And then, of course, you need a hairbrush, and this is going to help you to keep the hair untangled as you're braiding along. You'll see me pick up the brush and go through it several times as I'm going, because it's so easy to get it tangled while you're braiding. And another thing that I like to use is a water bottle, or this is detangler, and it's really good to have really not wet hair but damp hair, because it keeps all of the little hairs in one spot and keeps them from coming out of the braid while you're braiding, and it makes them stay together even after it's braided. So I want to introduce my assistant for this video, and her name is Kennedy, and this is my oldest daughter. She's 9 years old.
Hi.
And so she's going to sit down, and I'm going to show you how to braid her hair. As you can see, her hair is really long, okay? And so we braid her hair quite often to keep it out of her face and keep it from getting tangled up whenever we're going to any kind of event, really. And so I'm going to start by just spraying her hair all over really good, and this is just going to keep all of her little hairs together and keep it from getting all messed up while we're doing this. And I'm just going to comb through it and make sure that we've got all of the tangles out. So if you skip this step, you'll really be in trouble, because you'll get halfway through and then you're going to get some tangles as you're braiding, so they're just going to keep building up, okay? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I like to start pretty close to the front of her head because it pulls her bangs back as well. And so what I like to do is start at her temples and pull it back and kind of make a triangle. And let's see. I'm going to brush through this because it always tangles there at the very beginning. So you want to brush through it really good and make sure that you've got all the tangles out. And let me turn your head this way just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece of hair that we've got here at the top, and we're going to section it off into 3 sections. And you can see I've got them just separated between my fingers. One is in my thumb, and one is between my pointer and my middle, and one is between my middle and my ring finger. Okay, so the first thing that I usually do is I just make one regular braid as soon as I start. And as you can see how I'm holding this, I braided it one time, just a normal braid, crisscrossing them over top of each other, and I put one piece in my let's see, I put one piece between my middle finger and my pointer finger, and one piece between my pointer finger and my thumb, and I twisted it. Okay, and that's going to keep that braid really tight right there. And then what we're going to do with this other piece is I'm going to put it on the outside of my thumb. So even though I've got 2 pieces of hair going into my thumb, They're going from different angles, and so they're separated, okay? So I'm just, let me show you this again. My hand here, it has two strands going here, and I've got this locked into my hand. Okay, so after I twist that over, that's going to pull that hair tight, and this is going to go in my thumb, and this is going to be the piece that I'm working with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to the right side of her head, and I'm going to run my finger through in a straight line and take about an inch of hair there, and I'm going to pull it through and add it to the hair that's in my thumb, okay? So it's still going to be this piece that I'm working with. It's just going to be thicker, okay? So after I've done that, I'm going to transfer this hair, and I'm going to put that piece of hair that I just worked with, I'm going to put it in the palm of my hand, okay? And then I'm going to reach through these two pieces. Let's see if I can show you that. Okay, these two pieces, I'm going to reach my middle finger through here, and I'm going to take the top piece, and I'm going to pull it over, and I'm going to twist this hand just like I did before. See, I've got them in between my thumb and my pointer finger. This is the piece of hair that I just worked with. And then between my pointer finger and my middle finger, this is the hair that was on top of this hand. Okay, so you're going to twist that, and then you're going to take this leftover piece of hair, and you're going to pull it into between your thumb and your pointer finger on the outside. Okay, so this is the piece of hair that you're working with, and so you're going to do the same thing on this side that you did on the other side, and you're just going to run your finger through and get about an inch section of hair, and you're going to pull that down. Get this brush off these tangles. And her hair is really long, and so it gets tangled really easy while we're doing this, so it's really important to continue to brush it as you're going along, okay? And so you're going to take this piece of hair that you just had in your thumb, okay? This is the piece that you're working with, and you're going to take your open hand and put it in your hand, okay? So it's going to go, naturally rest in between your thumb and your pointer finger again, okay? Then between your pointer finger and your middle finger, you're going to slide it into that top hair and twist it again, okay? This is going to make that hair tight, and you're going to take your leftover strand and you're going to put it on the outside of your thumb, okay? So then you're going to just keep repeating, and you're going to take another inch section of hair from the right side, and once you get it all straightened out, you're going to do the same thing again. You're going to put it into the middle of your hand. Then you're going to take your middle finger and your pointer finger and take that top strand of hair and twist it, and that leaves you with this outside piece that you're going to be working with, okay? And then you're going to just keep doing this all the way down. Okay, so I'm going to continue to braid her hair and get some of that done. And once you get the technique down, it's really simple to zip through, because you're not worrying about what piece of hair goes in what hand, and what you need to be doing with your hands. That was always what got me tripped up whenever I was trying to learn, is I could never figure out, okay, where do I take the next piece of hair from? Because, you had so much hair already in your hands. And as you can see, I can pretty much go through this really quickly once I get started. And the twisting technique that I use whenever I move my hair from one hand to the next, that really helps to keep your braid really tight and keeps it from falling out. And as you can see, she's got a nice little braid going here, and it's all really tight to her head. It's not really loose and falling out or anything, and that is because of the twisting motion that I do in between the braids. So it really helps it not to be too loose on her head, okay? So I'm getting down to the bottom here of her head, and I'm just continuing the same step. Okay, see, I'm taking an inch section from the right here, and I'm going to put it in the piece of hair that's over my thumb, and it's gotten pretty large here, this strand of hair. So we're just continuing to go through. I'm going to take that and put it into the middle of my hand, and take my pointer finger, take my middle finger in between there and my pointer finger, and take this top strand and put it in the middle, and I'm going to twist it again, and this bottom strand here that's left, that goes in back into my thumb, just like we've been doing this whole time. Okay, so you just continue this all the way down. And it's really important to get these little hairs down at the bottom of her neck here. It's really easy sometimes to miss those, and then you have kind of a messy look there. So you want to make sure that you get it all the way down, all the hair all the way down, and make sure that you don't leave any straggles. This is one place where I usually notice that I forget is I will miss a hair up by the top of her ear. So it's really important to make sure you get all of those hairs in, okay? And as you can see, if she turns her head this way, we've got a real pretty braid going down the back of her head, and everything is really tight and ready to go. And so now that I'm at the bottom of her neck, at her hairline, I'm just going to do a regular braid here. So you're just going to start going. You take the outside piece and go to the inside and pull that middle piece over, and then go to the other side and take the outside piece and bring it to the middle and pull the middle piece over. So that's the basic braiding technique that we're using here. And we're just going to keep going. And as you see, her hair is really long, so usually she has to scoot up and I have to scoot back so that we can get all the way to the end. But it really is a great thing to learn, so that if you have little girls especially, they can do events and take part in different things without getting their hair really tangled. And one thing that we use it a lot for is I'm a Girl Scout leader, and my daughters are both in Girl Scouts, and so anytime we have a Girl Scout event, I usually braid their hair, because they're going to be down in the dirt and the mud and bending over and picking up sticks and litter and all that thing. So you want to make sure to keep their hair out of their face, and you don't want to come home to a whole lot of tangles either. And also, you can go through here and kind of pull these a little bit, and it'll make the braid a little bigger and fatter, and it looks really nice. So Kennedy, I'm going to have you turn this way. Okay, and as you can see, we've got a really pretty braid going down the back of her head, and it comes down, and it will stay that way pretty much all day. And if she sleeps in it tonight, then tomorrow she'll have really pretty curls, which she loves to do. We call her surfer girl curls. And so that's how I do a French braid, and I hope that it helps you, and I hope that you enjoy doing it for your family. Have a great day.